trader, Tina here once again from shortmetina.com with our daily recap. We're going to jump into a recap of the overall markets in a few, but before we do all of that, let's get some things out of the way. One, if this is your very first time tuning in, listening to a Short Me Tina video, do us a solid, do us a favor, comment in the comment section. It's kind of a thing that we do. So if you're new, say hi, say hello, I'll say hi back. If you've been tuned in day in and day out, I want to say thank you. Also, comment in the comment section. You can say hi. You already know I will engage because that's what I do. I want to know that there's actually people, traders like yourself, listening to the videos. I see it in viewership. I just really want it reflected in the comment section. I like to talk anyway, so let's start. Let's get underway. What's our mission? This is going to be a new thing that we're going to do going forward, starting each video out with our mission statement so you can know essentially where we are coming from. I think that's super important. So what is our mission? Our mission is to build a powerhouse of successful traders. It might be cheesy, but that really is our mission, right? To build a powerhouse of successful traders and help you find more winners. We conclude, if you win, we win. That means we're doing something right. But before all of that can happen, I want you to tell me, what is your most biggest frustration in reaching your trading goals? Your frustrations might be similar to the ones that I underwent when I started out well over 15 years ago, or your frustrations can be totally different. I do not know. For me to know that, comment in the comment section. Again, what is your biggest frustration, especially with the market acting the way it is? I know a lot of folks are frustrated. You know why I know? Because I receive tons of emails. So I know there's frustration out there. Just verbalize it, vocalize it. We have this thing that, if you have a problem, if you keep it in, it kind of festers and it becomes bigger. But if you put it out there, if you make it public, then, at some levels you can get a handle or a grapple on it. So if you want to get a handle and grapple on that frustration, comment in the comment section and let us know what it is, all right? All right, sounds good. Let's kick it off with a recap of the overall markets. All right, the SPY S&P 500 daily chart. We had a bit of a sell-off today, off about a little over 1%, closed at 282.40. So if you're listening to this and it's your very first time, what I'm about to tell you will be new. If you are a returning listener or viewer, this is old news. But essentially for me, the SPY, right now you're looking at a daily chart, and this chart dates back to 2017. So for me, the SPY has been trading within a channel, within a range, and I'm going to link how to trade a channel, how to trade a range, and essentially what that is for the past 2 years. You can see it here. This is the range, this shaded area here. The lower end of that range clocks in at around, we can say 260. The upper end of that range, which is here, clocks in at around 280 to 282. So dating back to 2017, the SPY has traded over and under that range on 4 occasions, and it's highlighted on this chart, right? So here in January of 2018, we traded above 280. For this period from July to October, traded above 280. From December to January, we traded under 260, and this is this is recent and current price action. We are now above that 280 to 282 range, right? So that's time number 4. So to recap, SPY trading within a range. We've been outside of that range on 4 occasions, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for me, how I understand channels and ranges, anything above the upper end, we can call that resistance. Now support, I am bullish. Anything below that range, like what we experience here, can be construed or viewed as bearish. So And you can see essentially by what has gone on for the past few days, and in particular today, anytime the SPY gets within that range or close to that range, you always have that bounce or that pop. So for example, today we went as low as 280.57. Again, getting within that range, pop to close at 282.40, still remaining above that range. As long as we can stay above that range, I remain bullish. If we crater or we dip below 280 to 282, then I start to reassess things, and I once again, I reassess things. So heading into tomorrow, the remainder of the month, we're gonna be paying attention to that 280 to 282 level. I should note here, and I've said this before, the more times a particular area is tested, the likelihood of that breaking increases. So if the SPY, I'm glad that it's bouncing off of support of 280 to 282, but if we continuously test that range, like if we test it tomorrow, next week, the following week, heading into June, the chances of it breaking increases. So let's pay attention to that as well. What else? IWM daily chart didn't fare as well as the SPY. The SPY was off about 1%. IWM off a little bit over 2%, closed at 149.51. So essentially closed within the middle of the upper, between the upper and lower end of support. So again, support comes in at around 148 to 150. This blue line here, we close smack dead in the middle of that. So for me, I think that this support level should hold, right? It should hold. If it holds again, that's a tip in the nod, or it's a nod in the tip in the nod. Makes no sense. That is a nod in the direction of the bull. So again, going into tomorrow, the remainder of the month, heading into June, I'm paying attention to 148 to 150. As long as we can hold above that, things should be good. I'm also paying attention to 160 because again, we have not fully sustained a break above that level dating back to October. So if we can manage to do that with confirming volume, then things should be good again in terms of this being a continuous bull market. What else? And then we have ticker NETS up about 43% on the day. Daily chart dating back to, let's pay attention to price action dating back to May of 2018. Huge winner. Again, congrats to the bulls. Again, stock is up about 43% on the day, closed at 282 with confirming volume. Average volume is about 100,000. I think the stock traded about 2 to 3 million today. So that tells you the amounts of buyers and sellers stepping into this stock today. At any rate, what I'm paying attention to is resistance of around $3, and this resistance dates back to around, again, May of 2018. So we're looking at about a year. If the stock can penetrate $3, then chances are it's going to make a run, in my opinion, for 4, because if you look here, there's very little overhead. So the high today clocked in at 283. Essentially, we closed at the highs into pre-market tomorrow and regular trading hours. Pay attention to today's high of 283. If we can get past there with volume, sustain that move, I think the stock can actually see $4. If we cannot get past there, then more than likely this gap will be filled. What else? And then we have ticker MYT daily chart dating back to 2017. Another huge winner, up about 30% on the day. Closed at 238. It has pulled back a little bit in after hours. The quote that I'm watching at here says 234. So we're off about 1.6% in after hours. Another stock that traded above average volume today. So again, similar to ticker NETS, I would be paying attention to today's high of 255 in pre-market and regular trading hours. Again, if you're thinking of going long here, exercise caution as there is resistance. There's a little bit of overhead. We can say resistance comes in at around $2.80. So still potential upside, but relative to the downside, you have to assess whether or not the risk is worth the reward. What else? And then we have ticker MAXR daily chart Let's pay attention to price action beginning in January of 2019. Huge winner on the day. Stock is up about 27% to close at $8.85, essentially closing near the highs today of $8.95. Similar with the other huge winners today like NETS and MYT. You definitely want to pay attention to pre-market trading as well as regular trading hours. If the stock can get above $8.95, there is a little bit of room to run, but resistance clocks in at around $9.55. So you're looking at potentially another 55 or 60 cents of upside before we run into any resistance. From a risk reward perspective, you need to assess whether or not it's worth it. So again, ticker MAXR, huge winner, up about 27%. I would be paying attention to today's high of $8.95. If we can surpass that, then chances are you're going to see the stock run into resistance of around $9.55. What else? And then we have ticker SANW daily chart, up about 17.6% on the day, closed at 294. Although the stock went as low as 279 today, clearly based on this candle, based on the wick, buyers stepped in, pushed the price of the security up again, closed at 294. So it looks like it wants to retest that support level of $3 that held for the most part dating back to 2011 when the stock IPO'd. If it can get above $3 and hold, in my opinion, that would be a decent cue to go long. But again, for it to work, the stock really does need to get above 3 and hold. What else? And then we have ticker BXG daily chart. Stock is off about 30% on the day. We had this huge gap down, although we closed at 1034. The low of the day clocked in at around $9.67. In the previous day, we closed at $14.90. So huge downside move. We broke support. We can call that support level around $12. So we broke longer term support today with this gap down. And so for me, for this stock, or for things to look rosy, the stock actually needs to get above that $12 level. We are a far way there. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but pay attention to 12 for me. That's kind of like a pivot spot. If you can get above there, things are bullish. If it has a hard time penetrating 12, then I expect this to go lower, even breaking today's low of $9.67. What else? And then we have ticker SDRL daily chart, off about 22% on the day, closed at 542. So the writing on the wall for this particular ticker, in my opinion, happened around the beginning of May when the stock broke support that held since December of 2018. So you had about 4 to 5 months of support. We can call that support level $7.85 to $8. When that broke in May, for me, that was the writing on the wall. Today, off about 22%, closed at 542. The low of the day, 520, heading into, and obviously all of this happened on above average volume. Heading into tomorrow, pay attention to today's low of 520. If we break below that, things can get ugly. At some point, the stock is going to try to retest that level that it broke of 775 to 8. If it cannot succeed, again, expect this to be trading lower than today's low of $5.20. What else? And then we have ticker OTLK daily chart. Stock is off about 22% on the day, closed at 196. The low of the day is 196 again. Anytime a stock closes close or at low of the day, chances are selling is going to continue into tomorrow. So for me, I am bearish on ticker OTLK heading into tomorrow and next week. What else? And we have ticker PLUS daily chart. Stock is off about 21% on the day, closed at $72.62. The low clocked it at $71.82 with confirming volume. Again, as with ticker OTLK, this particular stock closed close to today's low. That means chances are selling will continue into tomorrow and next week. So if you are long, look out. I suspect 71.82 will break, and this will take a trip back to around $66 to $67. So I still think there is downside left with ticker PLUS. What else? And we have ticker XELA daily chart, another stock that is off huge on the day, off about 20%, closed at 191. Let's take a look at today's low. The low clocked in at $1.90. And like I always say, if a stock closes, this should be a theme. If a stock closes close to the low of the day or at the stock's low of the day, chances, it just signifies extreme weakness, and chances are there will be more selling into the following trading day or the following trading week. And this is exactly what happened with ticker XEL8. So pay attention, watch out. If it breaks 190, chances are this will go or head lower. Caution if you're thinking of getting on the long side. What else? And then we have ticker ONVO. Bloodbath today. Stock is off about north of 40% on the day. Closed at 54 cents. The low of the day clocked in at 52 cents. As I indicated with ticker XELA, as I indicated with ticker PLUS, and I believe OTLK. When a stock closes close to the low of the day, chances are the selling will continue. So I suspect, because this ticker closed at 54 cents and the low is 52 cents, I suspect that selling will continue, if not tomorrow, then heading into next week. Again, you see here confirming volume. So be cautious if you're thinking of taking a trade on the long side. I am bearish on this stock in the shorter term. What else? And let's wrap it up and round it out with ticker TTOO. Closed at $2.08. Another stock that is off heavily on the day, off about 19%. The low of the day clocked in at 175. But unlike the others, we didn't close close to the low of the day, right? We closed at 208. The high was 216. So if anything, we closed relatively close to the high of the day. So what I would be paying attention to if you're looking to get in on the long side, or if you're long, or even if you're looking to get in on the short side, you want to pay attention to today's high of 216. If we can surpass that, more than likely we're going to try to back test this one support area of $2.40 to $2.50. It is now resistance, meaning at one point when the stock reached that 240 to 250 level, we can see it from March all the way to May. Buyers stepped in, held it up. Right now, today actually, it broke that support level. And so as usual, what you'll find typical and common in the stock market, when a level is broken, it's usually retested. So again, closed at 208. Unlike the others, we closed relatively close to the high of the day of 216. Pay attention to 216. If we can get above that, chances are we're going to retest that 240 to 250 level. If we can break above that, that's a nod in the direction of the bulls. If we can't do that, then chances are the stock is going to fall back down. So that's it. Tina once again from shortmetina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do three things for me. One, comment. Do you agree with my analysis? Are you in any of these trades? Do you disagree with my analysis? Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, let me know. Also, at the beginning of this video, I asked you, what is your biggest frustration in reaching your trading goals? Comment in the comment section and let me know what those frustrations are. Put it out there so we can work and deal with it. That's the first thing. Secondly, I do videos Monday through Friday. If you want more like this, then head on over to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. When I upload a video, which is Monday through Friday, when the markets are open, you would automatically be notified. And lastly, I have been trading for well over 15 years. That's 1-5. Trading for over 15 years. If you think you can learn anything from me, then head on over to shortmetina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you